That's going to be exciting.
Yeah, hey guys, what's up? Curtis here, aka War Curdle, with Coffee and Pokemon. Here is Zach Humphrey, Zach the Ripper from Aurora Beam Collectibles. Good morning, good morning.
Good morning, everyone. Hello, Goldenrod.
Hello.
Stopped in yet or not? But
got some steamy topics to talk about here. How's everybody feel about the McDonald's promo?
The McDonald's promo, and then we're going to talk through the drop of Eevee Heroes, which is something we talked about, I think, like 2 weeks ago that they had or 4 weeks ago. I don't know when Pokemon Guardian posted about that, but they had just patented that, or is that the right word? Patented that word?
Yeah, they patented the Eevee Heroes.
Eevee Heroes, right. So we were talking about that. So we said, yeah, probably likely a summer release, and I think the Japanese set dropped in.
Trademarked, I think, actually is the more
trademarked. That was it. I was like, this does not sound right at all.
They invented a new ice cream spoon.
Yeah, they patented it.
Good morning, Patrick, Elliot, Trevor. What's up? Good morning.
Elliot's in here too. Hello, Elliot. What's up, Maine? But yeah, the steamy topic of the day definitely is going to be the McDonald's 25th anniversary.
So Patrick says, I think it's good now that my kids can get some cars. Well, you would think, because now we're seeing on Facebook and eBay boxes full of these McDonald's Pokemon cards. So you know that people are just walking into these McDonald's and just cleaning them out. How many of those do you have? Can I have them all? But I did hear from posts in the community that a lot of McDonald's are limiting, which is good, good for them, to 1, 2 to 3 per person that you can buy outside of a Happy Meal, or you can just buy a Happy Meal. Just make sure you go in the afternoon because they don't serve Happy Meals during breakfast.
Yeah. I saw like a viral text from all the franchise owners to each other saying like, stop allowing people to buy the toys separately from the Happy Meals. So I mean, I bet that's going to be a thing.
Good for them.
Hopefully, I didn't know that they were restricting Happy Meals though, but that makes a lot of sense because there's still going to be that guy that goes and buys, $400 worth of Happy Meals.
So what's the cost or the price on a Happy Meal? Is it like $5?
Right. Well, let's see.
Yeah.
How much is it for some chicky nuggies and some apples? I think.
Yeah, you can get apples. I want to say it's like $4.99. I haven't bought a Happy Meal in a long time.
Well, dude, I'm about ready to at least mess up a couple of them,
Well, when we stop at McDonald's, it's usually for like a snack, me and my girlfriend, and we will get like a regular cheeseburger or regular double cheeseburger and a small fry and a small Dr. Pepper and share it. So we were like Happy Meals all day. Yes, please.
It says here $3.29 with the chicken nuggies.
9 cents for a Happy Meal. How much are they selling the toys for? Like $1? I
mean,
I feel like toys will probably be $1 something typically. But that makes sense because you're looking at like $2 or $3 menu items on there, right? Like a regular cheeseburger, a small fry, and then you get some apples, and then they got to combo it together.
Yeah, it says the most expensive Happy Meals you buy will be at the Los Angeles airport, and it'll cost you about $4.59.
So, and people are selling these booster packs for how much? I
saw a case for $1,400.
Oh my god!
Sealed.
I saw a $8. I've seen $10 a booster pack. I mean, calm the hell down, everybody.
So, okay, Curtis, I've bought some Burger King and McDonald's stuff.
Yeah.
Particularly the Lucario from Diamond and Pearl. And like the cost hasn't changed on it in I don't know how many ever years that it's been out. So like is it because it's a booster pack that this is this going to be more collectible.
Are you talking about a card or a toy that you picked
A
up?
card, like my Lucario Diamond and Pearl card that I got, which ended up with a bunch of dings from a guy that I bought it from eBay. But
I mean, traditionally, McDonald's Pokemon cards, at least that are released in the US, have not really been super collectible and valuable. I think what's happening is people are seeing anytime they see a Pokemon release now, whether it's in stores on the shelves, if it's new and exciting. Now McDonald's has cards. We saw it happen with the cereal boxes. People just equate Pokemon to like gold, or Pokemon is like, equals excellent investment, quick flip profit. Well, I think all these people are going to be, not all of them, some of them might sell these, but I just don't think there's going to be a big market for these McDonald's promo cards.
I mean, unless you absolutely, everything has to stay sealed.
Everybody,
right?
Yeah. So, and sealed product drives that investable Pokemon market. It's in the sealed product a lot of the times, unless you're looking at old Wizard of the Coast Charizards or these high dollar cards that are unprintable now. Nowadays it's like you have your modern sets that get reprinted, and then even though they get reprinted and the sealed value will fluctuate, the cards inside of them typically do not change value. Like we saw with Ancient Origins going up to $15 per pack, almost like $500-600+ a booster box. Well, all the cards are the exact same price. The chase card Mega Rayquaza EX full art in there is still
the same price,
$50 or $60. So if you're gonna invest in McDonald's stuff, just the booster packs and keep them sealed, because down the road that's probably what people are going to want. If people want the single set right now, I mean, if I want it, I'm just going to wait and buy the set until somebody has the set of the cards.
Yeah, so right now, complete your set. There's a holo on eBay for $5, a set of a holo Pikachu, a holo Squirtle, a holo Bulbasaur, and a holo Charmander. The four you kind of want from it, I'd imagine most people are going to want from it. With the 25th anniversary stamp, $5.
Yeah. Steve Swanson asked a very good question, and I'm torn. I would like to see what you guys think about it. Is Goldenrod, which is the page that I help run, allowing people to sell the McDonald's cards for scalper prices on the page. So I, for one, don't like the idea of starting to police and inhibit people from selling certain Pokemon products. I'm not advocating it's like scalpers get on there and sell these for $10 a pack. I just don't think they're going to sell, so I don't really see the point in making a rule about it, because I don't want to start doing that on the page, because it's an open market page. We don't police pricing. When you say scalper pricing, I think most of the time people are going to be looking for whatever market value is on stuff, meaning what people are actively paying for it because they want it. There's a good chance, but a lot of people aren't going to be able to find them at McDonald's. And I'm not saying go buy it from, the scalper, but, let's say, let's say the cost on them is $1.50. If somebody wants $2.50 for them on the page, and people are okay paying that, like who am I to go in and say no, you have to sell at retail or nothing. I just don't want to do that. The page hasn't been that way since its genesis, and I would prefer to only address it if it starts to become a problem. Once it's if it's a problem that needs corrected, then that's when I think we'll step in. But for now, I think we're just going to let it be. And if people want to get on there and try to move these McDonald's packs for ridiculous margins, well, good luck, because you're probably going to get reamed by the community.
Yeah. What it looks like on eBay is people were purchasing the the Hollow 25th Anniversary Pikachu. One went for $13 on the 8th. That same card, another one went for $85. The 25th Anniversary promo Pikachu, but I can't believe that that's going to stay that way.
How much did it sell for? Which card?
The 25th Anniversary Hollow Pikachu, the McDonald's promo. One sold for $12 on the 8th.
Yeah.
Then another one sold for $85, and then another one sold at $112. But what I imagine might be happening there, it could be someone trying to buy them up to get the first pop one, 10 or whatever, and try to flip it as fast as they can. A lot of people do that, so they're willing to buy as many as they can at elevated prices like that.
Well,
or it's bots and people bidding it up, trying to sell that card for more too, because there's others that are listed for much cheaper. That you can buy it now.
People try to inflate those prices too, because they know people go off eBay sold listings, and so they'll set it up to where it looks like it got sold at a certain price, but it really didn't.
Right. Yeah. To this person's point, like they say we're all adults. If something gets posted there, and if it's an inflated price, it's we're likely to police the community, hopefully not in a gatekeeper way. We talked about that last week. Like, none of us want to be that dipstick that, goes after somebody for no reason, but it kind of just works itself out. Particularly Goldenrod your group seems to be pretty good about, politely making sure that people aren't going too crazy on scalping product or whatnot.
Yeah. I mean, like, my
stuff just doesn't fill,
Yeah, I don't want to get into the making rules for the sake of making rules, because a lot of pages and we're talking about Facebook community groups here. A lot of pages will be run by a group of people that just sort of get in that sort of like rule making mode. It's time to if we don't have a bunch of rules made, then we don't really have a job, and that's kind of our job, is to create this community, structured by rules. And it's like, well, no, I don't think that's even necessary. The community is what it is. And, if there's problems or things that need to be put in place to protect people from shitty people, then yeah, like, well, we have those all day. Like, it's not a no rule page. It's just not a, hey, I don't like that you're selling that for over 28.5%, retail value. It's just not necessary. Someone's going to pay what they want for something if they want it, and saying that, like we're going to exclusively, ban the sale of McDonald's promo cards because those are meant for kids. Those cards are meant for kids. Well, you better believe I'm going to be buying some friggin' Happy Meals here.
Aren't all it's kind of meant for kids?
Well, that's what I mean.
Definitely so. I mean, these things are cool. Like, I'm looking at everything right now, and you want a lot of this stuff. Have you looked through the whole thing? Yeah.
All the McDonald's promo cards?
Yeah. So, and all the different envelopes and stuff. So there's different. Yeah. There's you receive a Pikachu envelope numbers 1 through 4.
Mm-hmm.
Which all just has a different Pikachu graphic on it, which all of them are super cool. Those are great. You get the card deck box, which that's neat. The deck box, which I've seen those put together already, and they're like flimsy, whatever. They almost look like they're fries. They're supposed to be fries, but little deck boxes. Then envelope 2 comes with 25 different stickers. For each starter Pokemon, and those are super cool. I like the Froakie for sure. There's 2 different Froakies in there.
You like a Froakie, huh? That's surprising.
I like Greninja too.
Greninja. Yeah, I was just kidding. You can't put limits on groups and online orders. Yeah.
What else? 3 comes with.
So it sounds like McDonald's is taking steps to limit, the sale of that product, which really that's where it needs to happen. Like
Yeah.
McDonald's should have announced that a while ago, that, you know, either you can only get it through buying a Happy Meal. Like if they were smart, that's what they would do.
I don't know, man. Who warns McDonald's? The text message or the thread that I saw, it was like all the McDonald's franchise people just being like, everyone is calling. We're having leaks everywhere. Like it's batten down the hatches, make sure everything is closed up, lock the doors because these weirdos are coming everywhere for our Happy Meals. That's pretty much what they said. Limit 3, they can't come inside. Take it off the kiosk, because that's how people were getting it right away. They were clicking on the kiosks; it was already allowed, and they would just delete their Happy Meals and buy, $500 worth of toys right away on the kiosks. People just be so.
Yeah, because they didn't have a system, and they didn't preemptively anticipate that. And I wonder,
who's going to call them, Leonhardt?
Yeah, I would love to see some of the faces of like these McDonald's workers when these people started coming in by the troves, like wanting all of their Pokemon card toys. Like, give us the Pokemon. Then they're like, are we missing something? Is there a golden ticket in one of those? Like,
there's just people with Poke watches, like those Pokemon Go watches, everywhere. What's going on?
Oh yeah,
just hovering around our building.
Yeah. Which reminds me, so today's the 9th. Isn't the 9th the official day that these are supposed to be?
Yeah, so I was that guy, and I called McDonald's like 2 days ago and asked like the 3 around me. They all said Wednesday, actually. So they all said that tomorrow they're going to start it. So
okay. Well, obviously people are getting them. So
people are getting them.
Yeah.
People were getting them 2 days ago. So
check your local McDonald's. Josh Cox in here said that you can actually call McDonald's, like, and order a case of these booster packs.
Cool McDonald's, like restaurant McDonald's? Like I just call this guy over here, or are we talking corporate McDonald's?
I think he might be referring to like the McDonald's franchise corporate situation, which that surprises me. But if they're doing that, I mean, at the end of the day, they want to sell their toys too. They spend money on them, and they're only going to be selling them for X amount of money. So maybe they shouldn't care who they sell them to, unless like it's Logan Paul.
Well, here's the thing. I was just thinking about how cool it would be to have those on a rip and ship. It would be pretty neat.
Well, I
have those on.
I get that thought. Like I go to a local, McDonald's, and they have a case, and I don't know how many are in a case. Probably somewhere in the ballpark of like 30 to 40, because it looks like there are these, these packages with the package out of it, And I thought it would be fun to get them, and then just do them at retail on a rip and ship, right? Because I don't care, I'm not losing any money that way. And it'll be fun to open these up for people, and it would be a good time. But then, I'm also very mindful of, how what I do is received in the community. And so I would hate to be lashed out at for going and buying too much, for buying a case and being like, thanks for getting us Pokemon cards, but you're still poop dick for going and taking them away from the kids, which, we've talked about with the Pokemon being, a kid's hobby. It's really not anymore. It's catered to adults. Kids, they have $50 to $100 products here. Yes, granted, right, mom and dad buy their kids expensive stuff, but I mean, there is a huge non-kid TCG playing community. Like it's a competitive card game, right?
This comes up a lot of like where they're catering to certain people, and it's just it's difficult to like draw a line on what's, because here we are, like this is, if anything was meant for the kids versus the adults, this is it.
That's true. I guess what's the one thing that's more geared towards kids, because the promo cards aren't really competitively played cards, I think. It's strictly just for having Pokemon cards in your Happy Meal.
Right.
Right?
Well, and the kids, I mean, let's face it, they're not playing the physical card game. They are playing PTCGO. They're online. You
Jester
know,
says about 150 in a case. Steve Swanson's down for the rip and ship on some McDonald's booster packs.
it says $2 an envelope on here, by the way, $2 an envelope, which is the
Cost?
pack with
You can
the one promo that's a holo and then 3 regular cards.
You can buy them for $2.
It says $2 an envelope is what it says. Some restaurants will allow you to purchase them separately, while others will require you to purchase a Happy Meal to get them. Some will also have restrictions on how many you can purchase. So they must have had some sort of go ahead, but some of them must have been more cavalier than others and just been like, yeah, it can't be that bad.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, yeah, it can be that bad, man.
These McDonald's franchise
I'm picturing,
like, hey, does anybody have any Pokemon cards left? Everyone's like, no, that shit sold out first day.
well, so it was funny when I called, the guy knew right away what I was talking about. He's like, oh yeah, no, we're getting those Wednesday. So he must have been, he had to talk to 5 people by the time that he talked to me.
Yeah. Kyler Cook, good morning, brother. Michael Giddings, kids and Happy Meals.
So these things are cool. I mean, I do like them. I think they're one of the cooler promos that I've seen. I like the holo in the back. I think the 25th anniversary stamp is cool. I really like the stamped promo McDonald's ones. There are some really cool ones out there, but I think these are some of the cooler ones. So I think these will be a nice, if you can get your hands on a couple of them, just keep them. It's a sealed thing. And then if you want a couple of the individual cards or complete a set, buy it later. You know, I would say try to avoid going ham unless, like you said, you're doing a cool rip and ship or something like that. Because I do think it'll be hard for some people to get a hold of these, and that's why we have these communities. That's why you have these groups, is for the people that this stuff sells out right away and they can't get any of it. This is still another example.
Yeah, I guess something to be mindful of with these specific McDonald's promo cards, because yes, McDonald's Pokemon cards and sealed booster packs, even General Mills booster packs that are 3 or 4 years old, they're not really worth a terrible amount. I think the $6 to $10 range was the General Mills booster packs from like 3 or 4 years ago. I think they were in 2017, 2016. But anything that is a special anniversary themed thing will likely fetch a bigger price. So being 25th anniversary product, McDonald's promo, yeah, if you want to hang on to some sealed for a few years and see what happens, now's the time to do it. It's always going to be a gamble with trying to anticipate and guess what the market's going to do and be like. Like, for example, I'm buying or looking to buy any shiny Charizard Vs for $250, possibly $300 with really minty good centering, because I'm anticipating Champions Path being a hot commodity again. Once, in a couple weeks here, when people are pulling their shiny Charizard VMAX and they want a shiny Charizard V to go with it. Expect to see prices going up specifically on the shiny Charizard V from Champions Path. And because it's only a 1 in 120 booster pack pull, expect people to start buying Champions Path more.
Yeah, and I don't think I think you're spot on there. That card, particularly with the way that we know that Shining Fates waves are coming, I think it's going to go through the roof because everybody's going to get to Shining Fates, and for everybody that's on here, hopefully curb your enthusiasm a little bit. I don't want to damper anybody's parade, but for the most part, I think it's going to be really hard to find Shining Fates for a while. I think you're going to go to the store. I mean, I know our allocations and everybody we've spoke with have been pretty minimal. The wave system that they're bringing out, even the big guys, even the big web store, guys that did pre-orders are having issues with that. So it's going to be really weird. You're going to come out, you're going to want this VMAX, you're going to want to open cards. They're going to be $18 a pack or more, right? It's not going to be on shelves in Walmart probably because somebody already ran in there and grabbed them, or the 20 people already know that it's upcharged that much. They grabbed them and there's not much there. The web stores, I mean, we didn't even do pre-orders because we didn't want to, overpromise and underdeliver.
Yeah.
So we're just kind of waiting until we make sure that the distributors, follow up on their end of the bargain with what they said. So it's what's going to happen then is, okay, now what do we open? And Champions Path got reprinted, or at least the other waves of it finally came out, right? So we're seeing all those Hatterene boxes, Nubble boxes, we're seeing all that stuff sitting for a little while at GameStops, at Walmart's, at Targets. So I anticipate just like that, right around that time, people are going to get very hungry when they aren't having that product that they want, what they really want to open, and they're going to start settling for the stuff that's second best to that, which is going to be your Hidden Fates, your Champions Path, even Shining Legends will probably even go up at that time again too. It's just going to drive it up and up. And I really don't see Shining Fates printing a lot until, I think you mentioned it, like all the new printing facilities that Pokemon's trying to fire back up. I really don't see a lot of it printing until halfway through this year. And that's just it. It's going to be like, we're going to get halfway through this year, and then all of a sudden, product's going to ramp up. And I think we're going to see a lot more. I hope, because, I mean, and maybe you've heard this too, but a lot of people are concerned with how much Pokemon is printing for the 25th anniversary, and just how much they're going to release to web stores, and how much was allocated versus not. There's no way that Pokemon isn't just going to print as much as this as they possibly can, right? Right?
They know, like Pokemon's well aware of the shortage. Trust me, they make this like they absolutely know. So they also know that however much that they want to print will get bought.
Right.
Like that. I would. Can you imagine being the Pokemon company or Nintendo or just an owner of that company? Man, wouldn't it be nice to just be like, well, fire up the factories, because every single thing that we print, we're going to make money on.
Yeah, like there's no real worry about the budget, really, because the budget's just like money in, money out immediately. Like the second it prints, it's out, it's done.
The shit gets sold before they even print it. Probably.
Yeah, dude, for real, and it does. I mean, that is absolutely true. It's just a big string of pre-orders. That's all it really is. But yeah, so speaking of pre-orders, now the Eevee set got dropped too. Or the Eevee Japanese news.
Eevee Heroes. Who's psyched about an Eeveelution set? I, for one, when I first got back into Pokemon, I've always kind of liked the Eeveelutions, but I never had them on my Game Boy teams. I didn't personally collect the cards, but they've really grown on me. I mean, they're cute. Everyone loves an Eevee. The Eeveelutions are fun, having 8 different flavors. You can just pick one. Like, which one is your favorite? Everyone has like a favorite Eeveelution, right? But yeah, I feel like this Eevee Heroes set is going to be straight fire. And something else to look at this year, guys, and to keep an eye on, because I think there's going to be a lot more investor potential or buy and sell potential in Japanese sets, because it's hard. Because we have a lot of hype English sets that we are just going to eat up. And, these Japanese sets, we've seen card values go up in those quite a bit. And we're not going to delve too much into it right now because we're talking about Eevee Heroes or Eevee Heroes. But, the Shining Fates English set was announced, and it's not including the full art Marnie in it. I'm just like, fuck. When I found that out, I immediately went to eBay, because I'm like, dude, if they're still selling for $150, $200, then I'm buying as many as I possibly can, because I know as soon as it's announced it's not in the English set, that Japanese card that was already selling for more than the Charizard in Japan. In Japan, the full art Marnie is selling for actively more than the Charizard VMAX.
Is that from Shiny Star, or is that from GX?
Shiny Star.
Shiny Star, right? Okay.
So Shiny Star.
I didn't know that.
Shiny Star.
Jeez.
Yes, and so now that card is $400. The full art Marnie from Shiny Star V is a $400 card. Expect Shiny Star V prices to go up. The booster boxes, which are I think they were at their healthiest point $140, $150 a booster box. They kind of dipped back down to $120. You can find them for that. Well, expect them to go back up.
So get this too. Japan's having some supply issues as well. Our Japanese, our guy in Okinawa that grabs boxes for us went out on opening day, and usually he was expecting to get 20 plus boxes. That's what he was expecting to get.
Booster boxes or cases?
Booster boxes. He got 0.
From what? Shiny Star V?
Yep.
Okay, so
they just had their second wave release. I think it was last Friday. And that day he's like, yep, I'm going out as soon as it opens. I'm going to every store I possibly can. This is what I do every time. Last time he got us a good amount of boxes. We're like, cool, let us know. What you get. And he got back and he's like, man, I got skunked. There's more demand for this than I've ever seen. Usually I can just go out and grab it. I couldn't. He was, like I said, he was expecting to get 20 plus boxes and he got nothing. So
Shiny Star V is a gorgeous set.
And I think Shiny Star V is a great set. I think, if you look at Ultra Shiny GX right now, it's a crazy cost. The Korean boxes are a crazy cost. That's the Hidden Fates one. By last night, I got an in-stock notification from Plaza Japan. So just on the quick note for Japanese, go to Plaza Japan, put in your in-stock notifications, and they'll let you know whenever a Japanese box is back in stock. I missed out on it. It was at like 2 a.m. last night. But if you go
back in stock, Shiny Star V,
it was Ultra or Tag Team GX was back in stock last night at like 2 a.m. Mm-hmm.
Tag Team All Stars.
Oh yeah, Tag Team All Stars. Yeah, sorry.
Yeah,
Tag Team All Stars was back in stock. But if you guys look right now, the pre-orders for like Jet Black and Silver Lance are at $54 a box. So it's like if you go there. From Plaza Japan, yeah. And they're perfectly in stock. And from my experience, you'll get what you order there. That's the only online retailer that's allowed to sell Japanese boxes over in the States, from what I understand.
I didn't know that.
So if you go on there, you can pre-order Japanese boxes. You just have to have the foresight and the willingness to put up the money beforehand and get them later.
Oh, so you have to pay for it 100% upfront.
Yeah, dog. That's the only kicker is you have to pay for it and then you got to wait. Now, if you wait until a month before, those boxes will be $74, right? Yeah. And then as soon as they release, they kick up to $85, So it's like you can get that good quality product, and it is quality that, obviously it's from a great retailer. But you just have to be willing to put it up in the first place. So they do a great job of their in-stock notifications, though, so for anybody that's looking. But anyway, this Eevee set. So this is what we know about it so far. You'll get at least a V card of all the different evolutions. Evolution. So you get all of those. The Japanese set is going to contain 69 cards plus secret rares or better. May 28th, 2021. 30 packs in the booster box. One pack includes 5 cards, so it's the same setup as all the others.
Man, I can't wait.
It has Sylveon on the front. So that means we'll get.
Yeah, I cannot wait to see the artwork on these cards. I hope they do a good job with it.
Okay, so yeah, I mean, they will. Right now, the whole world watching. I mean, I think they're going to do really well, particularly in the second half of this year, pandering to what everybody wants. And this is a great indication that that's going to happen. Like, there's probably going to be another 1 or 2, kind of cool other chase cards in this set alongside all of these other evolutions. And then let's see, how many of these are VMAXs? Because there's probably VMAXs and alt-art VMAXs, right? Because that's kind of keeping with what everything is right now.
Yeah, I'm gonna add this window here. If you guys,
1 VMAX out of 4. Okay, so 4 of them are VMAXs. So we'll get 4 of them VMAX. We just don't know which 4.
So, there's going to be 4 VMAXs in the set itself that you can pull from booster packs. But it also looks like on the 28th, they're also releasing 4 different versions of a bundle set called VMAX Special Set Eevee Heroes. So our other 4 are looking like they're going to be promo VMAX cards. So,
sick.
Yeah, so we're gonna get all 8.
Let's go.
You just can't get 4 of them. You get 4 from the booster packs or the booster boxes. The other 4 from special box sets. It looks like, and that's just in Japan. We might get different. It might be different in the English set because we just don't know. Those promos might be actual cards in our English version over here.
Well, right, because the Charizard V Max from Darkness Ablaze is a promo card in Japan right now too, right? It comes on a deck, I think. So like we could get that as those could be in the set, not as a promo card too in the English set, and vice versa.
Oh, and what I'm also stoked about is on the 28th they're releasing these high class decks. So one's going to feature Gengar VMAX, and featuring either Gengar VMAX or Inteleon VMAX. Have you seen the artwork for Inteleon VMAX?
I haven't. I looked at the Gengar. I haven't looked at the Inteleon.
So essentially, it's like Inteleon. His tail is like this spire that goes up, and then he's got this kind of like lily pad thing he stands on top, like a sniper.
Wasn't that was yours? Swabble was your starter in Sword and Shield, right?
Yeah.
That was mine. It was mine too.
Yeah, so I'm stoked about that. It just looks really cool. I like that he had this sort of James Bond kind of feel to him. Because
here he is.
He shoots water from his finger. His special ability penetrates like basically any barrier. Even if you're protecting yourself, you're still getting hit. Strong water attack there. I wonder if I can pull up a...
So okay, are we so they're sunsetting rainbow cards, right? Is that right?
What do you mean sunsetting?
No more. We're done with rainbow cards for right now.
I don't know.
Because all we're getting in Rapid Strike is and Battle Styles, Rapid Strike, Single Strike. I'm on Japanese cards still. On Battle Styles is just alt arts. There's no rainbows in there, right?
No, there are. There's going to be.
Are there?
Yeah. So one of the Urshifu VMAXs should be a secret rare. The Victini VMAX, there should be a secret rare version of that. And some of those full art trainers are going to have secret rare versions as well.
Okay.
Yeah.
I thought they were sunsetting rainbow cards. Why do I think that?
I don't know. I mean, at some point they probably will, because as we've seen through the life of Pokemon in these sets, it's like the V cards will probably be done when Sword and Shield, that block is done.
Mm-hmm.
So we're likely not to see VMAX anymore. Oh, so I don't know if you saw any discussions about the VMAX Climax trademark. But what they're talking about there is the VMAX Climax set, which is likely to be the name of a set over in Japan, will be the last set to have VMAXs in it. So it's kind of like the goodbye set for these, the VMAX.
Interesting.
Art, which would make sense by calling it, VMAX Climax. Some Japanese translation of that probably means just like the
end.
Like, this is as high as it goes. We're done.
Rock on. All right. The Climax. Cool. I hope they just do it straight up same thing in English. That'd be fun.
Devin,
there would definitely be some marketing issue.
That Gold Houndoom is going to be beautiful. I am going to want that. They better put that in our English version. By God. The Gold Houndoom.
All of it looks great. Everything they're doing looks great.
Yeah.
There's just so much. Every day I wake up and I'm more excited about something else, It's like it's almost weird when I don't wake up and there's not new news or something. Like these high class decks. So wait, okay, yeah, good question here. Are we gonna have so we have the V Battle decks. Even on them, they have the level 1 thing on them. I don't know if you've seen that, but on the V Battle decks it's like 1, 2, 3, and they got the 1. So is this high class? Are we going to get that in the States now? Something like that with the next set?
Oh, like
number 2? What's number 2?
Yeah, that'd be cool. It'd be cool if they had like a theme deck. Well, not theme deck, but battle deck with some booster packs in there too. Like you get a booster or two and your Battle V deck and
maybe. Maybe step 2, like this is step 1, you get your V card, right? And then the second one, it'll be a V Max included, right?
Mhm.
And then maybe there's a third mechanic. I think that V Union, we have the V Union stuff coming up too, right? Because that was another trademark, V Union.
Right.
So there has to be something going on. I hope they do some sort of tag team-esque thing with that. Like you can use 2 V cards or something at the same time.
Yeah, I think traditionally what the step 1 thing has been around since the beginning, because even with the base set theme deck boxes, those are like stage 1 or beginner.
Right.
Beginner products. So I think theme decks usually are always going like that stage 1 or beginner product, and then your booster packs or like your expert level. I think that's what the way they had it as, like beginner, intermediate, expert. So your booster packs are like stage 3, maybe, or I don't know if they decided to coin a different term to say the same thing. But hearing you discuss that makes me wonder if that's indeed what it is.
I wonder, yeah, because it doesn't seem to be following the same structure as it used to. So I wonder if they're doing something like that. Yeah, but that'd be pretty cool. It would be nice to have a booster pack or 2 in one of those decks. It would make them a little bit more desirable, probably.
Yeah,
I've been playing the trading card game a lot, which has been great. I suggest every collector out there learn how to play the game, because there's a lot of stuff that you miss if you don't know the nuances of the meta. For example, like people trying to sell Crobats, like Crobats are really desirable. If you put them in a lot on eBay or something like that, your lot will sell with that Crobat in it pretty fast, because people want those for deck building, right?
Yeah.
It's something that you would accidentally just get rid of your Crobat for a cheap cost, not even really thinking about it if you didn't know that thing's actually pretty desirable by players, right?
Yeah, learn what the TCG competitive community wants in their decks. It's extremely good knowledge whenever you're looking at it from like an investor standpoint, or if you're trying.
Plus, it's super fun.
Yeah. Plus, it's super fun. Plus, it's a fun game too, by the way.
So you do have a Hidden Fates pack for real?
Oh no!
What we're open?
We are going to open a pack. Is it my turn to open a pack?
Yeah, it's your turn. I opened last time. Where did it go? Friday.
Let's do. What do you think about a Burning Shadows?
Ooh, yeah, that Zard with a 1 in 2,000 pull rate or whatever the stupid head is. I think it's like 17.
Let's pull him right now. All right. This has been talking.
I get anxiety sometimes watching people open packs.
You get anxiety?
Yeah, because I'm just like a little too excited for whatever endorphin boost either way is going to happen.
Oh, we're going to do card trick here. I think. See, 1, 2, 3, 4.
All right.
These cards look terrible, by the way.
Oh, that means you're going to get a good card.
Right.
Yeah, whenever my cards are just torn apart, bad edges or whatever, or awful centering, I just feel like that means I'm going to get something good.
I like that artwork. It reminds me of Agumon from Digimon too.
It kind of looks like that cityscape that Agumon is in during the movie.
Yeah. Digital world. Living in a digital world. Digital.
All right, Oddish. Oh, hey man, that's a cool char too. You got a char and a Charmeleon.
Little nuance here to when Ash met his Charmander in the rain.
Oh yeah, just sitting on the stump.
Shielded its tail and kept it alive.
Who left him there?
His old trainer. It was some jerk trainer.
What a dick.
Dusk Noir reverse.
And Bruxish.
We got Bruxish.
What else is good in Burning Shadows other than the Charizard? I don't
really nice cards like the Salazzle full art. I think is a gorgeous card. Just the colors on it.
The red one?
Yeah.
I know what card you're talking about. It's cool.
Yeah, the Salazzle. I think there's a full art Acerola in there. There's a couple full art trainers in there that are desirable for the old full art trainer waifu collections. Yeah. Brian Tanzak, what's up? Just hopped in time for us to say goodbye.
Just in time for us to say goodbye. Someone said the TCG is fun as fuck. Find me on the TCG, Zephyroth33 on the TCG. Find me, play with me. I'd love to play with you. I run a couple different decks. It's fun to run against other people that I actually know and can communicate with, so please do. Aurora Beam Collectibles is our web store. We have a bunch of Darkness Ablaze boosters. We have V-Battle decks. We have Champions Path Double. We have Champions Path Hatterene boxes. I think the double is almost gone. We only got a couple of those left.
Yeah, good prices on there too.
Yeah, everything's just a little bit above MSRP for the most part. So, you know, go ahead, visit there. If you have any questions, it's me when you ask the bot, hey, what's going on? It's Zach that's responding, or Trevor. So just let us know if you need anything. Curtis, this has really been great. Enjoy doing these. Excited to see what happens with all this McDonald's stuff. And what are we going to talk next time? Thursday?
Yeah, we'll do Thursday or sooner. Either way, we'll talk about it and get it scheduled. Devin, I sold some packs to a kid yesterday, and he jacked one of my Zard promos without me seeing. Little bastard. So I figured he got all the bad luck. So I opened my last 5 Vivid Voltage last night and hit 5 for 5.
5 for 5. Nice. No Fat Pika Rainbow?
Yeah.
Like, I haven't seen, like, I've never even talked to somebody that's, have you pulled one?
No. I pulled one for someone else during a rip and ship. Taylor Parmelli, I pulled him a Rainbow Pikachu. Go Broncos.
At least you pulled someone.
Andrew Salas, go Broncos. I think NFL's done, isn't it?
It is, but.
Tampa Bay, you know, some Florida NFL fans are stoked right now. But
yeah, I did. I'm surprised that the oceans aren't on fire.
Yeah. All right, bro. I appreciate you. I'll talk to you soon. This has been Coffee and Pokemon. We'll see you guys later.